Hi guys, welcome back. I'm actually in the middle of my little gua sha routine right now and I decided to just hit record so I could show you the difference that a gua sha makes. Do you see how much more lifted this side of my face looks and less puffy and more chiseled? I've been doing this for probably like 3 to 5 minutes and oh my God, it just makes such a difference. And it makes a difference immediately. Obviously you can see, like it's subtle, but it's so much better. But it also makes a difference over time if you keep doing it. Helps your skin, helps with fine lines. And obviously it just like depuffs and gets all the stagnant stuff out. So I'll show you really quick. This is not intended to be part of this video, but I feel like if you are pregnant, you might feel a little extra puffy and this might help you. So you have to open up your glands. I'm not a professional. I've seen many people do this. My esthetician used to do it, so we're going off that, whatever. To open up the lymphatic system, that's what you have to open up. So I press like right, my collarbone's right here. I press here like 5 times, like right in this little hole between my neck and my collarbones right here, like this hole right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I do under my chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here, I push like around my nose and into my cheeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I press them like pretty good. Okay, so once you've done that, then it's all opened up. The key is just to like pull really gently. You'd like something like slick on your face ideally, but since I'm about to do makeup, I didn't want to do oil, but an oil would be great. But you want to just use your gua sha and really pull upward and then down to kind of like flush it. And also like to do a little like a little shake. And then I'll do my cheeks. I just kind of like pull out. And then I always go up on my forehead. This is where all my fine lines are. And so you're kind of just dragging everything really lightly up and out. And then once you have it all, you're gonna like kind of drain it again. Bring it all down the side and then drain it. My esthetician used to do this, oh my God, to my face, but she would use her hands. You don't have to be heavy, like push hard with this at all. The lymphatic system is just like 1 layer below your skin, so you can be really light. So she used to use her fingers and then she'd bring it all the way down and then she'd like flush under my armpits. Like I think this is like the big flush and she would just do like a little like, oh. It feels so good, like you can feel stuff moving. It's very weird if you haven't done it, but every time I do it, I'm like, oh my God, it just feels like everything is just moving. It's kind of like dry brushing your body, same concept, but you can see, now that the light is messing with me, but you can see how much like brighter and like more chiseled and less puffy and everything my face looks. Okay, that was not intentional for this video, but I do feel like you guys need this in your life if you haven't done it. It's a nice little ritual either before your makeup, before bed, in the morning, whatever. And this is my favorite gua sha. It's the PMD and I love just like the curves of it. It's jade, so it has like some nice like healing powers. Let's get like underneath my chin. Okay, let's move on. My child did not feel like napping today, but I think his eyes are all shut. So I've been dealing with that. Ethan and I have been trying to get him down. He's fighting every little thing these days, and I think that's probably a good place to start for this video because being pregnant with a toddler is like a whole new world. It's so different. We didn't do an intro, but hi, welcome back. I'm happy you're here. We're gonna try and keep it clean makeup today. I finally got myself another Lawless Forget the Filler. I found this on Amazon for 16 bucks. It's normally almost 30, so I was very happy about that. That lip mask is so good. I put it on before I do my makeup and also at night, every night. It's life-changing. So let's just do it. Let's just hop in. I have so many pregnancy updates for you and I also have questions that I'm gonna go through. Okay, I have this hydrating and glow primer from bareMinerals. I'm gonna use that first. Okay, so officially today, actually, by the time you're seeing this video, it'll be like a few days later, but I am 17 weeks pregnant, so well into my 2nd trimester. And yes, it is worlds better than the first trimester, my first trimester. Oh, this is like really, it's like glowy and liquidy and nice. Hopefully it'll like super hydrate. So much better than the first, but honestly, it has not been that easy. Like I do feel like there's this misconception that, just turned my light up over there and totally lost my train of thought. Okay, so as I was saying, I feel like there is this misconception that once you hit your 2nd trimester, it's all peachy, like the pregnancy's easy. No, 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 my friends. The 2nd trimester has its own batch of, oh, she's too light. We're gonna have to mix that, of symptoms. unfortunately. I'm gonna mix in my Glowy Super Gel from Kosas in a Sun Glow. It's darker, so hopefully that saves us. Saie is all clean too. So yeah, the worst symptoms I've had in the second trimester have been the headaches. I got a really gnarly like 3-day migraine last week, and I was like, this has to be fake. I'm being punked. This has to be a joke. I thought I was done feeling like shit. I also think I caught a little bit of a cold, and honestly, being sick pregnant is how I picture hell. So the reason it's so terrible is because your immune system is trash when you're pregnant, because your body is working so hard to quite literally build a life. So you don't have like the energy necessarily to fight off a cold like your body normally would if you were not pregnant. So it's really hard to like beat anything. It just takes a lot longer. So I've had this cold that I'm like basically over, but it's just lingering. Like at night, it just comes back and reminds me how uncomfortable I am and how I can't really breathe through my nose. And so that's really annoying. And I think especially like since I'm at this stage of my pregnancy during cold and flu season, it's tricky. But that has been the worst of it, honestly. Other than that, it's been amazing. So much better. I have much more energy, though I still get tired for sure, but much more energy than the first trimester. I'm not in my bed all day. The nausea is almost gone. I really only get it if I haven't eaten enough, which I've just learned I need to be constantly snacking and eating. I can't go hours without eating like I used to. So that's fantastic. It's really a day-by-day situation. I remember when I look back at Logan's baby book, it said, I wrote down that at 19 weeks, that's when I was really feeling better. So I guess technically I'm 2 weeks away from how that was with Logan, but who knows if it'll be the same again. Okay, what else can I update you on? November has just been crazy because A, I'm pregnant, of course. B, I got a little cold, so I've been fighting that. And then it was like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving, we hosted. And it was just a lot. Like I'm very ready for November to be fully done. And I'll see you next year. Like we're all set with you, November. I'm very excited because next weekend, or this weekend, is my anniversary, my 6-year wedding anniversary. So every year Ethan and I go away for a night or two. I think we're just doing one night this year. We leave Logan with my in-laws and we actually get alone time, which is so hard to come by because honestly, by the time Logan goes to bed at night, it's like we're both so spent, and he's at this phase right now where it's impossible to have a conversation with each other when he's around. He's like, absolutely not. He just won't stop talking and interrupting and whining. And he's like, pay attention to me fully 100%. The two of you cannot talk. So that with the hormones of pregnancy can be really hard. He literally kicked me in the eye today. He kicked me in the face. I was like, I'm gonna have a black eye. Not on purpose. He's such a good boy. But he was being a crazy 2-year-old boy and his foot flung up and kicked me right in the eye. I started crying. Because my hormones, I mean, it hurt, but I was just like, it's really a joke, honestly. It's funny, you can laugh about it, but it's something. Okay, let's jump into questions. I don't think I have any other like huge updates, pregnancy and like life related. So I wanna get to your questions. Okay, so first question is, how does it feel to be pregnant and are you excited to find out the gender? I'm so excited to find out. If you didn't watch my announcement video, we are not finding out the gender, and we didn't for Logan, and it was wonderful. No shade to anyone who doesn't do it this way. That's just how we like to do it. But I obviously don't know anything different because I've only had one child. But anyway, we're not finding out the gender. I am so excited. My friend did the ring test, like the old wives' tale ring test on my belly the other day, and it said boy, which is like, you basically tie a gold ring on a string and the pregnant person lays down and you hold the string and the ring over the belly. And at some point the ring either starts to like circle or go back and forth. Circle is girl, back and forth is boy. Obviously it's an old wives' tale. The accuracy is probably not there. But with that said, we did it. We did a bunch of wives' tales. I actually did a whole like old wives' tale video on YouTube when I was pregnant with Logan, and the ring test said boy. Now, some of them said girl, but the ring test specifically said boy, and it was obviously right. So I could be having another boy. Who knows? It's weird when I don't really have a gut feeling on it. I go back and forth. Like on one hand, my gut says like it's most likely a boy just because of Ethan's genetics. There's so many men in his family. There's so few women, and like all the uncles are men. All the uncles are men. Most of the uncles had boys. most of their boys have now had boys. So I'm just like, I feel like my odds are a boy, which I'll be so happy either way, will not matter. But I feel like when I like look at stuff, I look at like nursery stuff, I keep like looking towards girl stuff. I'm like, oh, that could be cute for the nursery. And it's like kind of girly. And I'm like, what does it mean? I'm looking for all the signs. It's really funny. Other than that, I feel good being pregnant. Like I was saying to you guys before, it's just a totally different experience the second time. Everything's just like, this is gonna sound bad, but like not less exciting, but like it's not as big of a deal to everybody, which like makes it kind of like, it's not like the first one. There's really nothing like the first time you get pregnant and your first baby. Though I haven't had two yet, so we'll keep you posted on how that is. Okay, next question. Are you having any cravings right now? Honestly, I feel like cravings is such a weird thing. Like I don't necessarily like crave something, but like I can only eat certain things. My food aversions have gotten better since moving into the second trimester, but like there's only so many things I can eat. I did have steak last night for the first time in probably 3 months. Ethan and I usually eat steak, like a nice steak every week, and we had to fully stop. I felt bad for him. We had to fully stop because meat just absolutely disgusted me the first trimester, but I had it last night and I liked it. It was delicious. So that makes me happy. But as far as cravings go, like it's mostly just like I don't want to feel icky. So I'm gravitating towards carbs. When I just have protein and I don't have enough carbs, my body just feels so tired. Like I need the carbs to burn, to give me energy. So a lot of cereal, bagels, stuff like that. And I really don't have any guilt about that at all. I definitely with Logan, I like remember being like, I'm eating a bagel every day. This is kind of crazy. But this time around, I'm like, this is survival, baby. Like, I don't care at all. I'm doing what I have to do. I do want to start working out more because I have been so inconsistent with that because of how bad I have felt. But now that I'm like over this cold and I'm like starting to officially feel better, knock on wood, I want to just get consistently walking a few times a week on the treadmill and then going to a couple classes. I'm gonna do it. I'm telling you guys so that I can hold myself accountable, and we're gonna get there. I know we are. This one, any Amazon maternity clothes that I recommend? Yes, so I actually did a big order last night of a bunch of stuff. I will definitely, ooh, pigment. I will definitely, oh, I'm scared. Let's try to make that work. I will definitely do a YouTube video for you guys of everything that I got. But in the meantime, I have a whole bump friendly list that you can find. I'll link it below for you guys. It's a lot of leggings, like oversized sweatshirts, like comfy PJs and shorts and t-shirts and stuff like that. Pretty relevant to like my timeline of pregnancy, which is like I'll be my biggest at the end of winter into spring. So check that out. Actually, don't hate that. That was the new, well, I don't know if it's new, but it's a powder blush from bareMinerals and it's called But First Coffee. So it's like almost bronzery. So I kind of just put it like where my bronzer and blush would go, and we'll do a little bit of a pinkier blush on top in a minute. First time mama tips. Sure, millions. Oh my God, enjoy it. If you don't love the newborn stage, it's okay. It doesn't last forever. I know a lot of people who did not like the newborn stage at all. And honestly, like, I don't remember not liking it, but I loved when Logan got older and I could really communicate with him. I felt like I had like good bonding with him once that happened. The newborn phase doesn't last forever. And if you're not loving it, like sit tight for the toddler phase. Because honestly, since he turned 2, up until the last like week, it has been by far the best age. He has been such an incredible 2-year-old so far. So like I'm trying to cut him some slack because he's been so crazy the last week. I think he's definitely going through some type of like developmental leap right now. That's usually when he doesn't nap right, or he's not sleeping right, or he's just acting like, we're like, dude, are you all right? Can you calm down? So he's such a good boy. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a cuddle bug. Like this age is incredible. I always say this because obviously I don't know any different and I don't know how it is. Everyone's like, you say that every age, like once they're older, like every year they get older, you're like, this is the best age. I get that people say that, but I'm telling you, I love the combination of the fact that he is needy enough to really need me, but not so needy that like I can't do my own thing or do anything for myself or have any alone time. Like he's self-sufficient enough, but just needy enough. I love it. I mean, he is obsessed with me. I'm obsessed with him. He's obsessed with Ethan. He's obsessed with his grandparents. He's just such a sweetheart. He's so smart. Like being his mom is so much fun. So just that's my tip, is just enjoy it, have so much fun. Don't stress yourself out over nothing. There's just so much information out there, and there's so much judgment, and there's so much like, here's what you should be doing, don't do that, don't. It's like, we are so instinctually built for this that you are gonna be great, and you will know what's best for your baby in a specific moment. Like, you don't need to listen to all the noise. Just enjoy yourself. And remember, you're gonna look back on this time and be like, I miss that. I miss when they were like that. And they're gonna be like 15, and you're gonna wanna punch yourself in the face, and you're gonna be like, oh, remember when they used to cuddle me and he kicked me in the face on accident and I cried, but it was an accident. Let me finish my eyebrows and then we'll go to the next question. Okay, look how pretty this blush is. It's called Peach Glow, and it's a highlighter actually. So I think I'm gonna put this just like right here. I do think I need a little bit of a pinker blush, but I love bareMinerals, especially for clean makeup. Do not sleep on them. I feel like they just don't have a ton of like virality all the time. Whoa, look how glowy that is. Because their products are just so good. And I just love that they're clean. I never feel bad putting them on my face. Okay, just doing this brown pencil from Jones Road. This next question is, did you have a certain age you wanted to have Logan? I'm turning 28 this year and still not engaged. I'm stupidly worried about the timeline and all of that in my head. I completely understand. I was one of those psychos that I was like, Ethan, we have to get married, because I'm a planner, and I'm like doing all the math in my head. I'm like, we have to get married now, because if we want to be married for a couple years before we start having kids. I get it, been there. I did not have an age in my head. I honestly just told myself, like, when the time is right, it's gonna happen. And I like totally have faith in God, in his timing, and you gotta try and let that go. Trust me, easier said than done. I understand, but there's just no point in stressing about it. It's gonna happen the way it's meant to happen. You have to just have faith in that, and like, you have plenty of time. You're 28 years old. Okay, I promise you, you are good. Enjoy your 20s. Oh my God. You're gonna be like me. What am I, 32? I don't even know. Am I 32 or 33? I think I'm 33, but I'm not positive. You literally lose track, and you're gonna have kids, and like, life changes. Just enjoy your 20s, enjoy where you're at. There's nothing worse than not knowing that you're in these like pivotal life moments, you know, like when you're in college and after college and into your 20s. Like, these are all like your young life. You're gonna look back when you're in like 80 and be like, oh my God, remember? Like, you just try to have that perspective of like what you want to remember and how you want to have lived your life when you're older. So just enjoy yourself for now. I promise you have plenty of time. You have nothing to be worried about. You're gonna get engaged when you're meant to get engaged. You're gonna have kids when you're meant to have kids. Trust the timing, trust God, have faith. That's my advice for that. Gotta try and let it go. Trust me, I know how hard that is. I'm a psycho. Okay, wrapping this up, we're just gonna do mascara and lips. My last question that I got was best gift for a pregnant friend. I love this question. The biggest thing I will say is remember that your friend is gonna start getting tons of stuff for the baby, with a shower. You know, when friends think like, oh, you're pregnant, like people start buying baby stuff. My biggest piece of advice is like, buy stuff for the mom. So a baby book I think would be an incredible gift. I have an Etsy favorite that I'll link. And then also a little Polaroid printer. There's an Instax printer that literally prints little Polaroid photos out of photos from your iPhone. So you don't have to buy the actual like Instax or Polaroid camera to get that little like Polaroid picture, you know what I'm saying? It's such a good gift because it will force, especially a first-time mom, it will force her to take bump pics, which I feel like a lot of moms don't do because they feel weird in their bodies. Do it. Oh my God, do it. It's so like nice to look back on and remember. It's hard in the moment because you're like, what is happening? But I promise you will want those photos. So it will, you know, hopefully prompt her to do that. And you can write down like, you know, name ideas, symptoms, like things you want to remember, because looking back on your pregnancy, you forget so much. And like, especially during your next pregnancy, like for me, for example, like I looked back at my book with Logan and I was like, oh, I was sick for almost 20 weeks. Oh, I remember I had Smarties all the time. Like all these little things that you want to remember that you will forget because people get pregnancy amnesia and so much happens in your life. It's like pregnancy feels like the biggest thing right now, but it's such a blip in the grand scheme of being a mom. When you're out of it, you're like, oh, okay, whatever, you know? But like when you're in it, you're like, holy shit, this is insane. So I think that would be a really nice gift, and honestly like a prenatal massage somewhere, because your whole body hurts. I love those ideas. But yeah, just like, of course, things for the baby are, it's great. Like it gets the mom excited and you can see the cute little clothes, but I'm telling you, like, you gotta get stuff for her. Stuff that's gonna like help her get through this, because shit is hard. Okay, last thing. Honestly, this look slays. I feel really good about it. I love how it came out. This lip liner looks like a fantastic color. Striking Spice, bareMinerals. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's my little lip liner hack. If it's creamy enough, you can line your bottom lip, which I think is much easier to line, and then stamp the top and you'll get the perfect overline, and then fill it in and clean it up as you need to. But wow, this is creamy. Obsessed with this. We need a little more blush though. I know this wasn't really a makeup video, but I love that all these makeup products are clean. And if you're pregnant and watching this, maybe get yourself a couple new things. Give yourself a little treat. This is Kosas Wet Lip Oil in Unhooked. I already know it's gonna be perfect for the centers. A little bit lighter than the liner. It has some pigment on it. Oh, I love that lip combo. I love when things like that just happen without you really trying. Isn't that pretty? Okay, last thing, little Milk Hydro Grip setting. Let that dry down. Okay guys, that's the look. Honestly, love how this came together. Thank you for getting ready with me. It's so much more fun with you guys. Probably need a little dry shampoo, but I'm about to go film a little sponsored video for this hair brand I've been loving. So we'll fix the hair up in that. But again, thank you guys for getting ready with me. I hope if you are expecting, this was helpful or at least entertaining in some way. Now that the craziness of November is over, I will definitely be doing more pregnancy content, more bump content, more vlogging, probably vlog my 20-week doctor's appointment, possibly. I mean, can't vlog in there, but you know, getting ready, that sort of thing could be fun. Let me know what you guys want to see. Love you forever and always. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you're not already. I will see you in my next one. Oh my God, I need to tan my hands because it's so embarrassing. I'll just go like this. Okay, bye.